Hello, welcome back to Hamburg, Germany. I'm here with Mike Labelle. My name's Spencer Owen, and we have got a massive game coming up for you guys between the Saudi Prince, MSDossary, and the relatively, not completely, but relatively unknown Brazilian Felipe Abd. Now, the guys on the couch were talking before the bench. They were saying that it's close to 100% certain that MSDossary is going to win this. And I completely get where they're coming from, but 100%, Mike?
I don't think you can ever be that certain at a FIFA event about anybody winning. There's always going to be players that shake it up a little bit, but we do have one of the highest ranked players with MSDossary at number 2, and then Felipe, number 56, coming in as one of the lowest, I think the lowest player actually remaining in the competition.
Yeah, the lowest that made it through to today. 56, obviously he needs to win the tournament if he's going to make it to the FEWC, but it's almost like a mini tournament within a tournament just to beat MSDossary himself. He's got an absolutely mammoth task ahead of him, but MSDossary is human. We have seen him beaten a few times this year, not always by F2 Tex. Obviously, there's a very good chance that if Dossary wins this game and wins what would be his next game, and Tex beats Kurt, we could see a Tex-Dossary matchup at some point tomorrow. But before we get to that, we've got to respect the Brazilian. Felipe Abd has got this far. He's done fantastically well to do that, but he's got a really strong opponent in his way. I'm very excited to see how Felipe approaches this game, and we are underway. It's Rogue MSDossary going left to right in the Rogue FIFA strips. And Felipe is in the Brazilian kit, going right to left. I'm taking it that you're going to predict an MSDossary victory as well here, Mike.
Are we trying to get the right prediction?
That's the idea of predictions, I believe, yeah.
So it's got to be MSDossary is the easy favorite here. And just with how this year's gone between MSDossary and F2 Tex, basically winning everything, one of the two for the most part, how do you go against them?
Yeah, I mean, he's nearly scored instantly there, apart from a good save from the keeper that stopped it. So let's have a look at the lineups. Felipe's got Da Costa at right back. We've seen him very consistently used at right back, although Eusebio's got the ball here for MSDossary. Can he deliver it? He's going to go back instead to his left back, Mendy. Not everyone's first choice at left back. Hullet on the ball now. Good pass into Cristiano Ronaldo. Great space. He's on the left, but actually quite wide by Cristiano's standards.
Yeah, you're right. We do see that left-back position being very unclear between the pros. Whether they're playing a center-back out of position, we've seen Varane, we've seen Ramos, we've seen Militao, we've seen the traditional Alexandro, we've seen Mendy. Still seems to be a bit undecided, maybe some preference there. I've even seen Cancelo used as a left-back.
It is Mendy that Dossary's going with. But right now, it's Felipe Abd on the ball here, the Brazilian, with Vieira. Pass, though, is cut out. It's an eye of the needle attempt pass there. He's trying to get through that heavy midfield of Dossary. Dossary tries to do the same.
And when you're talking about mentality, which is something that we're going to discuss, I'm sure, throughout this matchup, it's important for Felipe not to put Dossary on a pedestal.
Don't show too much respect. Still play his own game. He's got a Brazilian Alexandro at left back himself. Good passing here from Felipe. Can he get an early goal against Dossary? All about the turn here. And you know what? You watch the movement of De Gea there. He went back to the line. He retreated, made himself centred, and it worked very well. I thought there was a first-time shot opportunity on. Maybe he just overthought it there.
Felipe slightly hesitated, and it might have been, I guess, the issue with his finish there. Sometimes it's good to take a quick glance, though, when the goalkeeper starts to scoot left or starts to scoot right.
Dossary now trying to get the first goal, first blood in this game, our penultimate game today of our round of 16 matches. Tomorrow we'll kick off with our quarter-finals. Patrick Vieira into Ruud Hullet. Is he going to shoot from distance? No, it's a low-driven pass into Eusebio. Thought might be offside, but he's not. Hullet now trying to create a goal-scoring opportunity straight at De Gea. We've seen mostly Van der Sar using goal, but Dossary still rocking De Gea, the man that's been so good to him all year.
Reward him with more playing time. And what makes Dossary so difficult to beat is the combination of consistency, but then also having that total package, the mix of understanding the meta, what's been implemented that's
سعد بيلعب بالتشكيلة العادية بتاعته اللي 4-2-3-1
and then also including
هو
his
ضاغط.
tactical awareness, his build-up
نشوف اللي
plays,
هيحصل بقى.
his one-on-ones, being clinical, handling big moments, having that
هو هيرفع.
composure.
Interesting that he's just moved to a
Yellow
4-1-2-1-2 there, narrow. Not liking what the 4-2-3-1's doing for him so far, so he's changed it. Got the two up front. Hullet to Mbappe. To Mendy. Hullet now on the ball. Finds Vieira. Who finds Neymar. Neymar finds Ronaldo. Can he turn and get a shot off? Alexandro more than equal to it. And then 2 green shot attempts there, both blocked. Corner here for MSDossary, currently ranked number 2 in the world. But let's not forget the reigning world champion. Ball in, can he get the... Oh, wow. How was that squeezed in? I'm not sure what body part that came off. Mbappe looked to try the header, then he went for a more acrobatic finish. It could have come off somewhere around his chest. I'm not sure. I need to see a replay.
I was going to say a shoulder to thigh combination. Let's see here on the replay.
It's a good ball in. It's off his shoulder, I think. I think you're right, Mike. A little bit of luck there. Oh, no, it is a foot. I think it is a foot. I don't think he exactly meant what happened, but he tried to get a connection, and he did. And it's first blood to MSDossary.
And that is bad news for Felipe. This is not somebody you want to be up against chasing a game.
That's exactly what Felipe's got to do now. Chase the Saudi Prince. Rogue MSDossary. Vieira on the ball here. And I don't think we talk enough about Team Rogue, to be honest, and what a year they're having. It's absolutely unbelievable. 2 of their players still alive in this tournament. We could see, if Dossary goes through here and then Rasic wins his next game, an all-Rogue derby.
قفل يا مساعد قفل
قفل. Oh, there's a goal. Straight away, Felipe has scored against MSDossary with Ruud Gullit, the man getting the goal. Dossary back to level terms. You said he didn't want to be chasing a game. Well, he's not anymore.
Best time to get a rebuttal is an instant rebuttal. Cancels out the early goal, and now we're back to anybody's ball game.
First time finish there, not wasting any time at all. Felipe getting straight back in it. And as I was saying about Team Rogue, yeah, they've got 3 guys in MSDossary, Rasic, and of course Goal Machine, all qualified for the FEWC. Rasic can still actually gain a few places in the top 10 if he continues to do well in this tournament. He could go as high. I think he could definitely jump up to 6th if he wins his next game, and then maybe even higher.
Yeah, and to give you guys a little more perspective in Team Rogue and their success, MSDossary, number 2 in the world. Goal Machine, even though he's been eliminated, sitting at number 5. Rasic, currently still in the tournament, sitting at number 8, and that's why Spencer's saying he could move up a couple slots depending on final placement.
Which could affect his seeding for FEWC group stage.
And I'm sure these guys want to avoid each other if possible for that group stage.
Yeah, it'd be a shame for Rogue to have all 3 in the same group, but I think it's possible. Chance! Oh, wow! And I don't think it was even timed, you know. I think he was late on the timing, but he didn't need it to be. That's gone straight in the top corner from MSDossary. Felipe finds himself 1 down once again. Could that be an Adidas moment to remember there, Mike? Look at this strike. Top corner. Play of the day. What do you think? Look at the curl on that.
I'm a hard sell.
Okay, not for Mike. Not for Mike.
I like the skill moves. I want some of that intricate play. We just came off watching Kurt tear apart Hensu with so much very detailed build-up in terms of the quick pass and move, and you kind of got to salute that. At least one play of the day. It's going to be throughout that matchup. This is good build-up here from Felipe. Oh, and he gets another equalizer. Back to back.
He will not go quietly. Felipe, Ronaldo, the Brazilian, scoring for Felipe, the Brazilian. Perfect symmetry, perfect chemistry. 2-2.
And regardless of rank, if you're at this stage of the tournament, you're in the final 16, fighting to be in the final 8, basically be there for Championship Sunday, you're doing some things right. You're not here by accident. These are the best competitors in the world.
Yeah, the man who's not doing something right is Dossary's De Gea. He's let that shot go straight down the middle of him. We'll be disappointed with that one.
It makes you wonder, would Van der Sar have made that save?
Indeed, and is it something we're going to see MSDossary consider going into the FEWC? Some team change because he's kept his team so consistent. Could be a goal. Or you know what? Probably would have been a goal if Xavier hadn't run across the line of the shot. Will there be one more goal before half-time here in this first leg of our penultimate round of 16 game? Great chance here for Felipe to take the lead. If he can stay ahead with Ronaldo, brilliant tracking back by Mendy. We're seeing exactly why MSDossary likes to use him at left-back, that recovery.
You saw risky defending there from MSDossary, and something also that is common in his gameplay that you're not going to see at the professional level is the usage and the comfortability of the offside trap. That time he got caught a little bit, and Felipe had a big opportunity. He might regret because there's not usually that much space to work with.
Could have another opportunity here if Neymar can pick out Cristiano Ronaldo in the box, but De Gea's off his line ready, and there's only about a minute and a half left of injury time here before the break. Is there time for one more chance for MSDossary as Felipe dives in? Advantage has been played near. Ronaldo's been given a free line to run straight into the box, pick out the pass. And how's that not hit the target? It's going to be half-time there, I think. And we're all tied up at 2 apiece. And Felipe trying to disrupt the odds a little bit. The predictions were all in the favour of the Saudi Arabian. But the Brazilian's got something to say about that.
I'm going to make a non-bold prediction and say we're going to see more goals in the second half. This is not going to finish 2-2. A bit of some back and forth FIFA there. Good on Felipe to have those rebuttals, to not go down easy. It happens often when people start to have a deficit against the F2 text, the MSDossary. They start internalizing what's happening, and their energy's not there, the vibe's not right. They don't make the comeback. They already start looking forward to the next game or saying this one's done for me.
Well, the question is, will Felipe take the lead at any point? Will the Brazilian go ahead? 2-2. Remember, that's just the first leg. We've got a second leg still to come. Alexander on the ball here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying our stream today. You've been watching, maybe even getting some rewards on Twitch. And also something to look forward to between this game, or this leg, and the second leg. We're actually going to hear from Kurt, who's obviously gone through last match, and he's been talking to Kyle Walker. They had a little interview, so it'll be always interesting to see what Kurt's got to say for himself, so stay tuned for that. Can Felipe take the lead here? He does! MSDossary is behind.
MSDossary is not going to like you. You spoke that one into existence, Spence.
Well, I asked if he was going to go up, and he has. That's Felipe that did that, pal, not me. And how well has he done there? All his finishes, not particularly in the corner. I don't think he's been timing them green either. He's just been hitting them hard.
I think he's throwing off MSDossary too with some of the goalkeeper movement. And I do beg the question, could we see a goalkeeper swap? Because De Gea has not looked impressive at all.
I don't know if he's got one on the bench. I doubt he's going to do it in this first leg. But Dossary wants to get back in this game and back in it quick. He's given the ball away, though. Felipe, can he pounce on this moment of weakness, this rare crack in the armour of the Saudi prince? Alexandro, he's got options. He finds Neymar. Lots of Brazilians in this Brazilians team, as you'd expect. Proud footballing nation. Arguably the most successful footballing nation of all time. Ronaldo back to Hullet. Havertz, can he get a shot off on that wonderful left foot? He might, you know. Tracking back. Hullet with the rebound. Going to be a goal. It's 4-2. Felipe. Oh, it's offside. Is it offside?
I think it's offsides.
It's offside. We couldn't see that.
That reaction didn't match.
لا مش غلطات تاني لا.
It should be 4-2 because Dossary's head, I'm not sure where it is, but it's not in Hamburg. It's gone walkabouts.
Oh, Felipe has to finish that. You've got to be ready for that opportunity. I would compliment MSDossary for his almost poise in so many different situations and scenarios in FIFA. And to see him throw it away there and just give him the ultimate present. Maybe it's Felipe's birthday.
Look at this strike, though. Big save from De Gea. Both teams using De Gea. In goal, team of the year, De Gea, of course. Corner comes in, punched away by the Spaniard. Dossary wants to bounce back straight away. Ramos finds Eusebio, tries to turn, left-footed shot. Left-footed save by De Gea. Ramos getting involved here. That was a yellow shot, not going to trouble the keeper, but it is a free kick in a dangerous area for the world champ, Rogue MSDossary. Cristiano Ronaldo stands over the ball with that enigmatic pose, but he's been switched for Neymar. Hullet hits it left-footed. And that's a nice disguise because he's hit it on his weak foot. You know Hullet's got that in the locker, but you don't expect it. On a free kick, you want to maximise your returns. Another corner here for Dossary, who's putting Felipe under the cosh right now. It's going to come in, out swinging on the right foot, headed back in!
Ooh,
oh, and that's lovely. Acrobatic, beating the keeper. We've seen a couple of goals now from Dossary that have defied the laws of physics, Mike.
Second corner kick goal for MSDossary, and they're identical. Flick it on, hit the near post, try to put together some sort of bicycle, a scissors kick, I guess a shoulder finish.
If you need to. If you've got to use the shoulder, it will do. That's fantastic, though, to find the dexterity and the space. Eusebio, I salute you. But you've got to ask yourself, what's Felipe thinking right now? He had the opportunity to take a 2-goal lead against the world champ after MSDossary essentially invited him to score, kicking it straight to him from that free kick. He didn't take it. Could that cost him in the big picture?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about pulling my muscles right now. I'm thinking about a pulled muscle after seeing the Eusebio stretch out there with the finish.
There's no way I'm doing that and not pulling a hamstring.
Absolutely. It's a done for me. That's the end of my footballing career. Well, I guess technically that career has been done with.
There's still time
now.
There's still time. What are you, 38?
Hey, no.
Plenty of time. But right now,
I'm
Felipe,
younger than you, Spence.
It's true. Eusebio gets that goal. So Dossary back in the game where people expect him to be. But make no bones about it, Felipe has definitely stood his ground in this game.
And you asked about Felipe. I think that he knew deep down that 3 goals wasn't going to be enough. MSDossary is one of those opponents that it's going to come down to the wire if you're going to get a win or a positive result.
Havertz has come on for Dossary here. De Bruyne is also making an appearance as Felipe looks to pull out a wonderful through ball there, but the defence of Dossary was ready to react. And now Virgil van Dijk can get on the ball. The powerhouse of a centre-back marching forward. Getting over to Mendy on the left here, back to Hullet. Poor pass from Ruud Hullet.
مس خطير انت قاعد تضيع وتلمس بس.
We're seeing here from Felipe. De Bruyne is not someone we're seeing a lot of at this tournament.
كلنا عارفين البطولة يعني مش لازميك بس مش كده يعني.
For R9 Ronaldo to run onto, and Sergio Ramos has done well there to earn a goal kick for his team. 20 minutes left of normal time. 3 goals apiece. Obviously only the first leg. Don't forget, in between this game and the second leg, we have got an interview with Kurt from Malta, the self-professed best player of all time.
And MSDossary just came out of the 4-1-2-1-2. He's swapped into the 4-2-3-1.
Back to the 4-2-3-1.
Back to the 4-2-3-1.
Interesting.
So you might be looking to have additional possession play to close out this first leg in this affair.
You think he's happy with a 3-3, just taking that through to the second leg? He should be, considering the chances that his opponent Felipe's had.
I don't think I would use the word happy. Maybe content, satisfied, okay with. But he definitely is hungry for more. But at the moment, the current moment, with how he's played, what he's been able to convert, the mistakes that he's made, I think he's all right with 3-3.
I think De Bruyne's just gone back off for Felipe. He's been on the pitch for 5 minutes. Maybe he brought him on by accident, I don't know. But the Belgian's been given only a couple of minutes to impress. Felipe's not been impressed, so he's pulled him back off. That's the sort of thing that would create real unrest in the dressing room. Anyway, Mendy on the ball for Rogue MSDossary. Felipe gets it with Ronaldo. Passes to the other Ronaldo, the second Ronaldo. Ronaldo the second, maybe that's what we should call him. I don't like when the people call the original Ronaldo Fat Ronaldo. I think that's disrespectful.
I actually think that is also very disrespectful.
Because it's mostly,
I like the original.
mostly glandular.
I think the original Ronaldo.
Original Ronaldo's good.
The original Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. They've obviously got many names, haven't they? Da Costa. Vieira finds Ronaldo, goes back to Ruud Hullet for Felipe, who's looking good here. Can he get a fourth against Dossary, which not many people can say they've done? Ronaldo deep here for Dossary. Finds Mendy. Over to Virgil van Dijk. Potential Ballon d'Or winner, I think, or should we FIFA the best award? Maybe both.
قدام.
Havertz.
تحته.
To Sergio Ramos.
تاني.
Chance for Hullet.
تاني.
Plays it to Cristiano Ronaldo.
رجعها لخلت.
To defending from Eusebio. Chance here for Dossary. Pele stings the gloves of David De Gea. But it doesn't find the back of the net. And Mbappe now can get forward for Felipe. Now Mbappe is super fresh, just coming off the bench. Loads of stamina. Could be deadly on that left side as we go into the last 8 or 7 minutes of this game.
And it does feel as if MSDossary is starting to sit into or build a bit of some rhythm on the offensive end with some of the quick passing.
Eusebio also fresh for Felipe here. He's got pace in abundance, ready to punish Dossary. Vieira finds Cristiano Ronaldo. Vieira in lots of space. Dossary happy to let the Frenchman have the ball there. Feels like he can't damage him. We've seen Vieira pop up with a few goals in this tournament. A few crucial goals at that. Van Dijk. Look how high the defence of Felipe is right now. That worries me. And Pele could show us why. He's pounced on the back pass. He's going to go back to Hullet. Could Dossary turn defence into attack here in one fell swift? He goes back. Chance! Oh, straight.
حرك الحارس.
The keeper. Hullet. looking for Felipe's. Ronaldo is
يلا آخر
unable to hold
هجمة.
on to the ball here, giving Dossary another chance to take the lead going
مفيش
into the
آخر
second
هجمة.
leg. But Vieira gets there with a crucial tackle. Eusebio into Ronaldo, back to Eusebio. Ronaldo getting forward, staying on side, but great closing down from that big man, Van Dijk. Not long left now. Mike, chance for maybe one more opportunity?
Definitely only one more. I think Felipe's got to be careful here. Make sure that he doesn't allow Dossary play against someone like MSDossary. It's not going to work out for you. And a lot of times they get wins when they don't necessarily play their best FIFA because their opposition wasn't ready to take that opportunity, wasn't ready to beat the name, so to speak. And that's what we talk about, that championship pedigree sometimes.
Yeah, and as we just see that game come to a close, that's the end of the first leg, of course, between MSDossary and Felipe Abd, and it's all tied up at 3 apiece. We're going to see the highlights from that shortly. Just to conclude the chat on Kurt, though, I think if he does well, obviously, tomorrow, we may hear more from him. Those at home that have been waiting to hear from Kurt, I hope you're happy. And I hope Kurt's happy, because he's playing some great FIFA. He's done really well against Hensu. But this is the game we're looking at right now. It is Dossary. This is what you missed. Started off with rogue MSDossary doing what he does, crossing it in. A very interesting goal now. I'm not surprised the keeper was beaten, because he would have been a bit dumbfounded, because he's still not 100% sure what body part it came off, but it was Mbappe that got it. And Felipe, instant reply, Mike. Best way to score, you said.
Absolutely, especially when you're going up against somebody who, and I guess most players have this, but especially versus some of the top guys. Once they get on a roll, if you don't start your comeback early, it's not happening.
And Dossary came back with that one, 2-1, meaning he constantly took the lead. But once again, Felipe is ready to counter. Not the best finish, but the keeper was wrong-footed. De Gea, some question marks about his performance for Dossary in that first half. Second half came through.
You got to give credit to Felipe as well. I'm telling you, MSDossary is moving the goalkeeper regularly, and he just was guessing wrong. And that's a mental kind of rock, paper, scissors matchup with when you're talking about goalkeeper movement. As you see the equalizer there, second corner kick. But that's kind of the game. Do I think he's going to go left? Do I think he's going to go right? Is it possible for me to scoot too far this way or too far that way? Did I overread it? Yeah. Am I too far in my head?
A couple of near post finishes from Dossary. Maybe a weak spot for Felipe there. He did take the lead, obviously, to go 3-2 up for the first time in the game, but Dossary was ready to reply. So right now it's even Stevens. I think Dossary still remains the favourite over 2 legs. Over what he's done so far in this tournament, and not even just this year, over the last few years. He definitely outranks Felipe, but it's a game of FIFA. It's 90 minutes. Anything can happen. Do you feel a little bit more than you did at the start of the first leg that Felipe can do this?
I still think it's got to be MSDossary.
Okay.
Have your opinion changed, Spence?
Oh, I feel more like Felipe's got it in him to beat him, for sure, based on what he did there. But Dossary starting lively now. Hullet into Neymar. Dossary clearly still the favourite. And can he remind us why? Good block there from Felipe's defenders.
And I appreciate the usage of the classics, the ball roll, drag back. I feel like that's been around for almost a decade at this point in terms of FIFA installments and that skill combination being effective.
Ruud Hullet on the ball for Felipe. Can he take the lead here in this second leg? Huge game for him. He needs to win this tournament, really, if he's going to qualify for the FEWC. Dossary, though, gets the ball back. Neymar running through with rogue shirts all around him. Ramos at right back for Dossary. Lovely ball over the top, though. Da Costa reads it. Neymar to Hullet. Hullet, good strength, but dispossessed by Mbappe. Very deep there for Dossary. He's going to get it back from Mendy, who's overlapped him from left back. Mbappe with the back heel pass. Lovely to Eusebio. Finds Hullet now. Got right back in lots of space, but he wants to go down the middle. Neymar, good interception from Virgil van Dijk, marshalling that defence for both sides. Actually, not for Dossary. Dossary's opted for Rio Ferdinand at centre-back. But he has obviously got Van Dijk in there as well. I mean, at this point, no one's not using Van Dijk, are they? Is anyone not using Van Dijk? I think I've seen everyone use it this tournament.
Speaking of defenders, I think it's safe to say, because people have been asking, who do I need to pick up from the new Team of the Season foot items? Da Costa is confirmed as a staple.
Big save from De Gea.
Da Costa is confirmed as a staple player, I would say.
Again! And that's what he does. So dangerous.
شكله ما بقاش عايز يكسب
But
البطولة.
Dossary lives from that one. Felipe nearly taking the lead. Yeah, Da Costa the one you say that everyone should pick up?
I think you should definitely experience DaCosta and see how you feel about him.
Felipe's on the attack here. Good tackle from Van Dijk. What's the DaCosta going to set you back in terms of coins these days?
All right, so I don't have any website pulled up to give me the quote. I'm going to go ahead and say 250,000.
Pretty reasonable for a player that's making the teams of almost every pro. Mbappe.
Someone correct me in the chat.
Mbappe here. Dossary has weathered the storm. Can he go and make a storm of his own here with Ruud into Neymar? Hits the shot. Keeper was ready. Not even 100% sure that was going on target, to be honest with you, but De Gea more than equal to it. So all even here still between the Brazilian and the Saudi Arabian prince. When does he become the king? He's world champ. I feel like he deserves king status.
If he goes back-to-back, king status.
Okay. 22 minutes gone, so we're halfway through the first half here. Felipe has a free kick. DaCosta does well to roll his man and play in Sergio Ramos. Both fullbacks linking up there for Felipe. Ronaldo doing very well to make some space. Oh, and what a touch on the ball to stop the shot, troubling the goalkeeper. Dossary, though, riding his luck a little bit, would you say?
Felipe deserves to be up a goal in the second leg, and I'm impressed. His build-up, he's looking for the extra pass or the extra skill move, which versus the best players in the world, you have to do that.
Gullit. Neymar. Eusebio back to Gullit. There's a bit of space here for Dossary. Does he fancy a shot from distance? Gets it into Mbappe. Hits the shot, rebounds to him perfectly. And it nestles in the roof of the net. And you can't play around with the ball when Dossary's in town.
And Felipe's got to feel a little bit unlucky there. He's had the opportunities. He blocks the first shot attempt, bounces back, but Mbappe's not going to miss a second opportunity. I should say MSDossary's not going to miss a second opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? That could have easily happened the other way around. Felipe, with the chances he's made this half, if one of them had fallen to him, I'm sure he would have buried it as well. So you'll hope that if he keeps playing the way he was, he can get another goal. I'm sure the MSDossary fans will be hoping that doesn't happen.
And we say this on repeat all the time, but you got to be clinical. It's the name of the game.
It's what separates world-class players from the other pros. No doubt that Dossary is world-class pedigree. Playing that 4-1-2-1-2 that he moved to in the first leg, likes to keep it narrow.
And finishing when you're at a tournament with all these eyes on you gets a lot more difficult. And then you add in time finishing, where if you're a half second too early, a half second too late, and you mistime that finish and you blow an easy opportunity, then you have to review it, or we're talking about it, or you know that maybe you felt the nerves a little bit, or you felt that pressure can really sit with you. And that's where we give a lot of credit to the guys that are able to have that level of consistency. They get through those nerves.
Yeah, and Felipe was down a couple times in that first leg. He bounced back. Can he do it again here? Mendy with the ball for Dossary. Overlapping run, disguised run. Eusebio goes inside, instead finds Ruud. De Gea watched it all the way. Oh, he's taking risks at the back here, though. He's playing it straight to Dossary. Gullit. Wow. I mean, that actually, I think, might have been a shot that Mbappe could have ended up getting on the end of if he was more ready for it. And that's a real bad sequence of events for Felipe, but he survived it. Good ball for the middle. Van Dijk so strong. Just can't get past him. Neymar and Gullit. Back and forth between them. De Bruyne on the pitch again for Felipe, the man that was brought on and brought off in the space of a few minutes last leg. Costa can't get past Ruud here. Needs to play it safe. Vieira finds Neymar. De Bruyne into Neymar. Good pass to Ronaldo. Does he shoot? Oh, wow, he's made space. And the shot is just not good enough. It was so close, though, bouncing off the post. Felipe's unlucky, you've got to say. He's holding his own against the world champ.
Super impressed with how he builds up attacks.
Eusebio. Sorry, not looking to close this one out just yet. I think he wants another goal or two. Neymar, good passing. Oh, read the 1-2 there between him and Eusebio. I mean, I'm not sure what that shot was from you. He's showing some uncharacteristic, I wouldn't say errors, but bad decision-making. Don't you think?
This hasn't been vintage Dossary, and that's what we talk about. Is he still going to get a win not playing vintage Dossary? And it's possible. He's up a goal now. Maybe he had some good fortune with a couple of the posts that haven't really been in favor with Felipe, but we've still got a second half. and anything can be played with here.
Felipe can't afford to give Dossary the ball like that. Now, can he do something in the last seconds of this first half? No. The block from Dossary meant the whistle was blown, and we're going into half-time this second leg. 1 goal separates world champion MSDossary and underdog Felipe Abd from Brazil, who's doing himself very proud, doing Brazil very proud. But as it stands, he'll be eliminated not just from this tournament, but from the global series, if you like, because he won't be able to qualify for FEWC, a tournament that Dossary qualified for many months ago.
It would be a season ending, a conclusion to his season. And he'd have a good experience to take from this matchup with MSDossary. But we talked about it. 1 goal is nothing. However, if MSDossary can extend his lead, he's just a difficult guy to recover from a deficit.
Yeah, and as it stands, you know, if Felipe does exit the competition here, it will be a very, very proud exit. He can leave with his head held high due to this performance currently. But it's not over. Dossary trying to make it so! Deflection on that. Took it wide, gets the corner. That could have gone in if it hadn't been for the deflection. Goes short. Eusebio's pass is cut out by De Bruyne, but Dossary still got it here. Somehow gets across to Hullet. Neymar. Passes just finding rogue shirts. Player's gone down. No penalty. Now Felipe, what can he do going forward? Can he get a goal that will make this game really interesting? De Bruyne very deep for the Brazilian. Da Costa. He's going to cost you about 200k, according to Mike.
Maybe 300, 250, 300 is
maybe,
the range.
Maybe more
saying.
after this tournament. Oh, great play from Ronaldo, but he snatches at the shot.
اتسرع فيها قوي اتسرع كان ممكن يظبط ويشوط بس حلو قشطة قشطة حلو.
Open as he was after hitting that La Croqueta.
He could have had a couple of touches, got it on his right foot there. Oh, his goal kicks have got to be looked at. I'm very interested to see how goal kicks might change on FIFA 20 with the new rule coming in, meaning that players can receive the goal kick in the box.
ابعد قدام بيفتح اهو.
Might see more use of the short goal kick next year. Neymar gets the ball in tight
معاك اهو.
space. Finds Ronaldo
تطلع
though.
فوق.
Tries to return it. Vieira cuts it out. Felipe still got plenty of time here. Only 1 goal. He trails. Ronaldo. Well, it's going to be a free kick there. And it's going to be a pause. Dossari's looking to change something. Maybe get some fresh legs on. He's going to go back to the 4-2-3-1. Why is he doing that?
He's up a goal. It's an easier formation for counterattacks. You have a better spacing, especially with the width. And it's a more defensive formation. It's a controlling formation. If you're trying to see a game out, the 4-2-3-1 has always been my bread and butter to go with many other players, especially in FIFA 19.
Now Dossary just having a little think here. Got obviously some options on the bench. R9 Ronaldo, Pele, Team of the Year Modric, Team of the Year Varane. Right now he's just making some little changes. Mbappe maybe going to come off for him. Pele entering the fray, going up top. Eusebio going to also make way. And it's Mike's favourite, Havertz, who's coming on.
And that shows you the value that someone like Havertz has. He was debating, should I bring on R9? Nope, not R9. We're going to bring on Team of the Season, Havertz. So that tells you that he prefers him, or potentially prefers him, or trusts him.
And you can see why. Some of the goals he's scored over the last few days have been simply sensational now. Just over half an hour of FIFA time left for Felipe to make a real splash on the FIFA scene here. Ronaldo looking for space. Could it be now?
لا.
Oh, it arguably should be. De Gea, though, making a crucial save. Corner comes in. Van Dijk beaten to it. Sergio Ramos finds Ronaldo. De Bruyne on the ball. A little heel to heel. Gets him only a throw-in. Belgium's throw-in is intercepted, but it falls very gratuitously to Vieira, who finds Hullet. Vieira looks to pick out a man. Once again, gets a little bit of a lucky bounce. Neymar hits it first time. De Gea ready and waiting. Oh, not a great header there at all from MSDossary. He's played in Neymar inadvertently. But the strength of Ramos's defending just knocks him off balance. And Dossary now can just get a hold of this game. Try and wind that clock down a little bit, maybe get the crucial goal that will seal the deal and make it a 2-goal margin. Definitely not vintage Dossary, as you say, Mike. But he could go and get a vintage Dossary goal right now. Havertz on the ball. Vieira. They come over to Ramos, the right back. Back into the substitute, Kai Havertz. Vieira. Does he wind up a shot? No. He's waiting for the perfect opportunity. That could be it. Keeper had gone the wrong way. If that was on target, it was a goal. This game is ready for a late goal, Mike. I'm telling you, if Felipe can just find it from somewhere within, it could be magic.
And Felipe's had the chances, so he's starting to have to sit with that knowledge, knowing that he missed a couple opportunities, knowing that he was a bit unlucky to hit the post.
De Bruyne is playing in a very interesting position for Felipe. He's literally covering the whole pitch.
حلو حلو.
Now,
رجع تاني رونالدو.
Could finish this game, our penultimate game here today, on
بعد
your
قدام.
playoffs stream, which we hope you're enjoying from home.
وليه مصمم يخش من جوه؟
Vieira finds Ronaldo, looking for the original Ronaldo. Dossary in control here. Havertz on the ball. Can he find space? Get it on that wand of a left foot. No rush, though, for rogue MSDossary. Hullet. Opened up for him there.
Yeah, you talked about Kevin De Bruyne, a foot item we don't normally
يعني
see.
هو طول الجيم بيعمل هجمات وبساط من غير استعجال، ولما يبقى المفروض ميعاد استعجال بتتقطع منه، حاجة غريبة جدا.
He is a combo center mid, center attacking mid. He can play in either position. He's big enough in terms of his size, and statistically, he's good enough to break up some plays in the midfield as well.
Every time Felipe loses the ball now, you feel like it could be the final blow. The final nail in his playoff coffin.
رجعها رونالدو.
Dossary so good at keeping the ball here, trying to create a scoring chance with Ronaldo. Takes it out wide instead.
And this is an MSDossary trade as well. He's able to time play or to hold possession in your final third almost.
Felipe trying to find that all-important through ball.
Most players, when you're looking at time play, you're going to see a lot of side-to-side swinging on the defensive half. And that's where Dossary's been able to kind of master finding the midfield spacing. It's a little safer as well, because if he makes a mistake, he's not instantly going to get countered.
De Bruyne looking to find Neymar. Defender's gone to ground. What a block tackle from Rio. Takes his man as well as the ball. Corner for Felipe.
بس هو كده المفروض مساعد يقفل وخلاص وشكرا. ان هو شكله كده مش هيجيب هدف تاني.
Switching to there, getting that defensive line up across the midfield. He's got to change his tactics in game to activate it, so to speak. Felipe's got a corner here though, Mike.
Anything to make the mission a little more difficult for your opponent. And MSDossary is one of those players that does have a plan A, B, C, D, and so forth and so on. Always had that since FIFA 17, where he was introduced really to the scene. He's been successful from the very beginning, and he's always had the ability to judge his gameplay, to be very honest with his gameplay, and to have multiple different game plans for different style of play. So
and you don't often see that many pros use that many formations in one game.
And MSDossary, I'm thinking back now, has done a really good job registering the type of opponent he's going up against. Sometimes we see him change formations within 10 minutes or even 15 minutes of game time.
The corner was unsuccessful there. Couldn't find the head of, I imagine, Van Dijk was the target. Vieira. Felipe showing that desperation to get the ball back there, going to ground with Hullet. But it is Dossary's Hullet who holds on to the ball. And now it's Vieira. What a shift he's been putting in for teams all over the tournament today. Run in the midfield. World Cup winner, of course, for France. Pele.
بكل هدوء خالص. رجع تحت. تحت
Vieira.
اهو معاك. جون بقى.
يا
لهوي.
Was offside. I think the offside trap might have been activated by Felipe, and you can understand why as we go into injury time. He has just a minute and a half left to score a goal against the world champ, and he can't afford to give the ball away like that. It could be all she wrote for the Brazilian. You have to say it's been a very brave, resilient performance, but he is going to fall here at the MSDossary-shaped hurdle. Dossary now, as soon as he loses the ball, does something with it, the whistle will go. Vieira in the box. Is there time for one more? It's cleared. And the whistle has gone, and Felipe Abd is eliminated after a very impressive fight against the world champ MSDossary. But MSDossary, as expected, does squeeze through He's going to play the winner of the next game in our final game today, which will be Dullen Mike versus N Rasic. So we could see that rogue derby. But before we talk about more about